I'm forward meteorologist Kim Adams. Severe weather continues to move through parts of Metro Detroit with multiple severe thunderstorm warnings. I'll tell you when severe weather will be in your backyard in just minutes.
Also, cancer concerns about a sweetener found in thousands of food and beverage products. Experts say you don't have to panic. We have information that puts things in perspective. Plus, here's Paula.
Just in case you're looking for a place that is ripe for romance, love, and atmosphere, I'm going to take you to a 17-acre lavender dining room, and it's just outside your back door.
Local 4 News starts now with a breaking news alert.
Good afternoon to you, and thanks so much for joining me. I'm Christy McDonald in for Karen Drew. If you have been watching Local 4, you know that we have seen tornado and thunderstorm warnings piling up over the past hour. Some have just expired, but let's get back to Kim Adams for the very latest for us. Kim?
Tornado warnings that we had up to our north have now expired, but we do still have severe thunderstorm warnings in effect in a couple areas. Just now dropped for Washtenaw and Oakland County, so no longer severe, but we still have one up here just outside Port Huron. So if you're in Port Huron or Marysville, you will have a severe thunderstorm here within the next 10 to 15 minutes. But I want to go in a bit closer right here on parts of Farmington Hills down to Livonia. Now this cluster right there, not severe, just some heavy rain and also high winds, but it's still a strong thunderstorm. So if you're in Oak Park or over into Warren, Hamtramck, and Harper Woods, you just want to be aware that even though it's not stormy at your house right now, it will be within the next 15-20 minutes. Not severe. Again, the only severe thunderstorm warning we have left right now, as I zoom back out again, is for St. Clair County. It is in the Port Huron area, just actually north of Port Huron. So we'll go in a bit closer for you here on this one. And Port Huron, Marysville, and Kimball. Be on alert there. You will have this severe thunderstorm here within the next few minutes. I'll be back to track more of these thunderstorms coming up in just a couple of minutes.
All right. Thanks so much, Kim. We'll see you in a bit. In more news, Michigan State Police are investigating after Lincoln Park police shot a man overnight. So far, details on what happened are limited, but we do know there was some kind of altercation between a suspect and officers in the 1500 block of Marion. He tried to drive away and was captured near I-75 and Schaefer in Detroit. The suspect is hospitalized but is expected to recover. MSP's Special Investigations Section in the 2nd District was called in this case. Tonight at 5, we will hear from witnesses in the area about what they saw and what they heard last night. We also have updated information on a Detroit police chase on the city's east side. It started around 4 a.m. when police saw a dark gray Jeep without a license plate. They thought it matched the description of a vehicle wanted in a homicide. The chase ended at Hurlbut and Harper when the Jeep crashed into some parked cars. The suspect was taken to the hospital and arrested for fleeing and eluding, plus possession of a stolen vehicle. It turns out he is not wanted for homicide at this time, but the other charges are pending. Warren police are showing off drugs and weapons seized during a narcotics investigation. Take a look at what they found. The police commissioner says investigators received an anonymous tip about a 23-year-old Roseville resident selling drugs out of his home. They got a warrant and arrested the man who surrendered peacefully yesterday. Police are working with prosecutors to decide if he'll face state or federal charges in this case. We could have a decision on that next week. Well, many Americans try to cut sugar from their diets by using artificial sweeteners like aspartame. Well, today the World Health Organization released a report saying that sweetener is a possible cancer cause. But there's much more to discuss in the fine print here. So let's bring in Kimberly Gale to give us more information that might affect our decisions on what to eat and drink here, Kim.
Right. Okay, Christy, you're right. Good afternoon to you. Many of us have already been trained to check food labels so we know what we're putting into our bodies. Well, now the presence of aspartame is something you'll definitely want to consider when strolling through the grocery store the next time. The Calorie Control Council estimates the sweetener is found in about 6,000 products worldwide, everything from diet soda to toothpaste. A semi-independent committee determined a possible link between aspartame and liver cancer, but says the science is not conclusive like it is for other substances such as tobacco and asbestos. Multiple regulatory bodies have studied aspartame, including the Food and Drug Administration, and have found it is safe for human consumption. The key right now is to use the sweetener within certain guidelines. So since 1981, the World Health Organization has recommended a daily maximum of 40 milligrams of aspartame per 2 pounds of body weight. So that would allow up to 33 cans of diet soda for a person who weighs about 184 pounds. Well, the American Beverage Group represents the non-alcoholic beverage industry and says, quote, the fact that food safety agencies worldwide, including the FDA, continue to find aspartame safe makes us confident in the safety of our products, end quote. Now, some of you might find the research confusing, and experts say there are limitations to many of the studies. So tonight at 5, we'll hear from the World Health Organization about what led to its decision and advice on how to approach products containing aspartame. So we'll send it back to you, Christy.
All right, thanks so much, Kim. We have been following watches and warnings with our weather all afternoon long. Let's get back over to Kim Adams for the very latest. Kim?
We have some new information, and it's important information. Severe thunderstorm warning just issued for Wayne County until 5:15, but I want to go in tight right here on this cell just over 275 and Joy Road. If you live anywhere in Plymouth around 275 and Joy Road, there are some signs of rotation that the National Weather Service is seeing. There's no tornado warning as of right now, but this is a strong thunderstorm. 275 and Joy Road. Let's go in closer here for you and show you exactly what we're talking about. There's Haggerty, here's Plymouth, here's Mill Street, right in downtown Plymouth, which I know they have their outdoor concert. If you are in that area, you need to seek shelter immediately. 275 Joy Road, downtown Plymouth. We're going to track this off to the east-southeast, Westland, Garden City, Inkster, all within the next 15 to 20 minutes. You will have this severe thunderstorm over top of you. Dearborn Heights just after that. There's also a cell in the southern part of Wayne County over into the eastern part of Washtenaw County, so that's also included in this severe thunderstorm warning just to the south of Belleville and also to the west. So east-southeast of Ann Arbor, we're watching this area right here, also included in that severe thunderstorm warning. But I want to go back up right now and focus on this right here, going through downtown Plymouth. Again, Kellogg Park has their outdoor concerts right now, so that's why we want to be very focused on this. There are some signs of rotation, not enough to where the National Weather Service is going to issue, well, as of right now, no tornado warning in effect. This is just a severe thunderstorm warning, but it is an area that we are watching very, very closely as it moves to the east. So heads up if you're in Livonia, because it is moving east at about 25 miles per hour. High winds, large hail, heavy rain. So if you travel and you're thinking about leaving work right now, anywhere from Plymouth over to Livonia, anywhere in Wayne counties, just stay put. This expires at 5:15, so don't leave work right now, just stay put. But we are focusing our attention on that one cell right over downtown Plymouth, particularly I-275 and Joy Road. I'm going to check in real quick here with Brett. Brett, is there any other word from the National Weather Service? Meteorologist Brett Collar also here with me. Any word on this particular cell as far as rotation? You can just tell me even if it's not on.
So far, they're just saying winds potentially 60 miles per hour and hail 1 inch in diameter.
Okay, so just
So
at our
far,
severe
nothing.
limits, we've got wind gusts at 60 miles per hour and large hail in this area right around 275. There's Haggerty Road. Here's I-96. There's Newburgh Road, so heavily traveled area during a rush hour at 4 o'clock on a Friday. So if you are at work, you take I-96 through Livonia, Redford, over to Plymouth, Northville. Just stay put right now. This is a very strong thunderstorms with winds possible up to 60 miles per hour. Even if there's no rotation, 60 mile per hour winds is enough to do damage. So it is 4:08. We expect the worst of the thunderstorm to be in Livonia within the next 10 minutes. After that, it'll go to Garden City at 4:23, Inkster 4:27, Dearborn Heights, be on alert there at 4:30 is when you'll get the wind and also hail. So those are the two biggest threats right now, wind and hail. But the thunderstorms that we've had this afternoon up to the north have had a history of having rotation. There were two tornado warnings this afternoon, and so that's why we're really keeping an eye on our velocity and checking to see if there are any signs of rotation. Right now we don't have anything confirmed. Now we've got another warning just in effect for Macomb County. This is new. Macomb County under a severe thunderstorm warning. That goes over into the extreme eastern part of Oakland County. Rochester Hills getting it right now, but the worst of it is still yet to come through Rochester Hills. So about 15 more minutes for you folks in Rochester Hills for this storm to go through. Moving to the east at about 25 to 30 miles per hour. Shelby Township 414, Macomb 424, New Haven 443. So heads up if you are in anywhere from Richmond and Romeo south. It does include the Grosse Pointes now. So from just from a line from Richmond all the way down through Wayne County is where you are under a severe thunderstorm warning. Still seeing a storm outside of Berkeley, not included in that box, but definitely you're getting some thunder and lightning there. But I want to go back and just focus really quickly, though, on Plymouth, downtown Plymouth, having their outdoor concert right now, 275 and Joy Road. Strong thunderstorm there. It now appears like it has moved past Mill Street in downtown Plymouth, and it's now crossed over 275. So there's M14 and 275. So that's good news for Plymouth, but Livonia getting very, very high winds right now, and also the possibility of large hail. We've got the hail size at 3/4 of an inch. That's the size of a quarter. That's enough to do damage to your car. So if you're parked outside and you live anywhere in Wayne County, you're going to want to get inside. Here's what we're watching. The wind detector starting to show some signs. We're looking for the greens butted up against the reds and signs of rotation. So we've got inbound airflow and outbound 30 miles per hour and 31 miles per hour. So the potential for 60 to 65 mile per hour gusts within this cell that is right now directly over top of Livonia. We've also seen it have a history of hail, indicating there are very strong updrafts with large hail being reported over Plymouth. It's not always a sign there'll be rotation in a tornado, but it is definitely something that perks our ears up as meteorologists when we start to see strong updrafts and large hail. That's when we really start looking for signs of rotation, especially since the history of the thunderstorms this afternoon have included some rotation. Now, those were up into the thumb, but regardless, we've seen the atmosphere at least have enough juice going to get some rotation. So we're looking at this vertical slice here. We've got pretty high cloud tops. When you start to see the yellows and the oranges, that's indication that there is large hail and very strong updrafts. So this is a really strong thunderstorm. If you're thinking about leaving work and you work, you have to travel right along I-96 from 275 into the downtown area. Just stay put. This right over Livonia, right there, that red that you see is a very strong thunderstorm moving off to the east. There's also another thunderstorm down to the south. So all of 275, if you travel anywhere on 275 in Wayne County, you're going to want to just sit tight, stay put. It is severe cloud tops at 30,000 feet. So very strong updrafts, 1 inch hail size. That's pretty big. And then we're also looking at the BTI, which is the possibility there could be rotation. That is our Barron radar that's exclusive to us. It is the tornado index, and it is climbing up to about a 3 right now. So look at the possibility of some very large hail, as much as 1 inch hail, and that's concerning when we look at the velocity and the reflectivity, but especially the velocity, and starting to see if we have any signs of rotation. So I want to zoom back out. Right now, Wayne County under the gun for this severe weather, moving off to the east. Woodhaven at 436, Gibraltar 444, Riverview 445, and Grosse Ile at 448. We've also got severe thunderstorm warnings now in effect for Macomb County and the eastern part of Oakland County, another cell. Here's what's happening with these cells. They're also just popping up. This is a multi-cell event, so even if it's not storming at your house right now, these thunderstorms can pop up, and they've also been cycling. So they've been strengthening, weakening, strengthening, weakening, and this one over Rochester has just strengthened just within the last couple of scans of the radar. Now we've got hail at, wow, okay, so hail at 1 3/4 inches right over the city of Rochester, right over downtown Rochester. You can see the hail from Auburn Hills over to Rochester. So if you live in Washington, Shelby Township, and Macomb, even Utica, definitely stay put. If you're thinking of headed out tonight, or maybe headed up north, or anywhere you're going, the kids have sports, just sit tight if you're in these counties just for the time being, especially in Macomb, Utica, and Rochester. So Chesterfield 450, Macomb 4:35. Again, severe thunderstorm warnings in effect. They're slow movers too, so that's why these warnings go for so long. This is all the way until 5 o'clock. So as we widen back out for you here, you can see multiple warnings from Port Huron under that severe thunderstorm warning. That expires at 4:30, but the rest of Metro Detroit, still having that severe thunderstorm warning. But if you travel right along I-96, Oak Park, Redford, Dearborn Heights, and Livonia, very large hail, heavy rain, and high winds. Even if there's no rotation, we've got 60-mile-per-hour winds in this area. So let's send it back to Christy. Brett Collar and I, meteorologist Brett Collar, Ron Hilliard's here, all of us tracking these storms. So we will continue to monitor the situation. If we see any signs of rotation, we'll break right in.